Zakir Hussain is considered one of the world's greatest artists of the Tabla, which is a pair of hand drums used in classical and popular music on the Indian subcontinent. Hussain is on tour in the US, and we are so thrilled to have you in the studio here with us now. Thank you so much for coming in.
It's great to be here.
I read that you started touring when you were like 12 years old, right? I mean,
Yes,
what drew you to the Tabla?
Well, I mean, it's interesting to be able to combine education and traveling as a musician. And in India, there was a tough thing because in those days, music was considered like a second-class profession. So, it wasn't taken, like, what are you doing? You should be studying. So,
right.
But one of the teachers was very happy to help me out, and so he would send me with work to do, so that's how it all happened.
What is it about the music, though, the history, the motion that's involved that moves you?
Well, the music is about over 2,000 years old.
It's amazing.
And it's still played the way it was then. The only difference is now you have many new instruments and therefore different ways of expressing the same melodic ideas or the repertoire that has existed. So in some ways, the repertoire, even though it's old, has kind of maintained its freshness.
We're going to see you play in a minute. I don't want to keep people, sort of thinking, why isn't he playing? We are going to see you play, but it's the hand movements are so interesting. Tell me about that.
Well, this is a muscular tradition. So each finger, like the piano, is assigned notes and combinations that you do thereof, so that when you play the instrument, you're not actually pounding them. You're basically working with your fingers and with the wrist, and so you get dipping tones and melodic notes and harmonics and stuff, as well as rhythm tones.
Beautiful. What do you see happening to the audience when you play? You're playing at the Rialto tonight, which is a nice venue just close to CNN.
Yes.
Actually, I mean, what do you expect to see and feel from the audience when you
Well,
play?
the audiences are actually much more aware of our music than I had actually thought, because we've been playing a tour in the United States. We've done about 10 shows, and everywhere the audiences arrive already well informed about what we are, who we are, what we represent, and that happens because of the internet and globe and people like you who put the word out. And so it's great to have them come in and be aware of our music, so that we don't have to spend time trying to explain to them. We get right into the music, and they just jump right in with their clapping and screaming and whatever else. It's fun.
Well, let's get right into the music here too, because I don't want to keep people waiting any longer. But Zakir Hussain, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to say goodbye to our audience. I'm going to give you a minute to just jump up here from our set and move back to the area here behind where we have you set up.
Yes,
so you can go ahead and get up now and get ready to play, and I'll say goodbye. Yeah, thank you so much, and have a great performance.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Okay, Zakir's going to sort of move back there, get seated down very comfortably, and we'll get to see some of those movements and hear the sounds of tabla here on the program. I'm Colleen McEdwards at CNN Center. World's Untold Stories is going to be up after a quick check of the headlines and this beautiful music for us here.